What's up everyone, Jeremy Try here. In today's video, I'm gonna give you the bare minimum 7 pieces of gear that you'll need to start training for your first triathlon. After I signed up for my first triathlon in college, the one question that I had was what's the least amount of gear that I need to prepare me for the race? So if you're having the same exact question and don't want to spend a whole lot of money to train for your first triathlon, this video is for you. Alright, essential piece of gear number 1 is goggles. Now if you're the kind of person who doesn't need goggles to swim in a pool or the open water, that's great. However, I still recommend that you train with goggles because when you're in a triathlon, the goggles will protect your eyes from not only the water, but also flailing limbs, maybe an arm or a hand from smacking you in the face. Any kind of goggles will do as long as they fit and they don't leak water inside. Essential piece of gear number 2 is swim attire. Bust out that swimsuit for the beach or the pool, and that will do just fine when starting to swim laps. If for some reason you don't have a swimsuit, you can technically wear athletic clothing in the pool, but that's less than ideal because when that kind of clothing goes underwater, it gets pretty heavy. It feels pretty uncomfortable. So if you don't already have some, invest in some trunks or a bathing suit, and you can use that to swim laps at your local pool. Essential piece of gear number 3 is a bike. Now, what bike to use for a triathlon is a huge topic, but to keep it simple, you can really use any bike to do a triathlon as long as it's safe and it rides well. So this bike right behind me is a single speed road bike. I use this bike to commute from my apartment to campus back in college, and I completed 3 sprint triathlons with this single speed road bike. So you can use that bike, you can use a mountain bike, you can use a cruiser, that old bike in your garage, you can rent a bike from your local bike shop, you can borrow a bike from a friend. As long as it rides well and it's safe to ride, you can use that bike in a triathlon. Essential piece of gear number 4 is a bike helmet. No excuses, get one, use it, ride safely. Essential piece of gear number 5 is a bike pump. It's a wise move to pump your bike tires and check that they're the recommended PSI before going out for each and every ride, because this can prevent some incidents while you're out there riding, such as a simple flat tire. Essential piece of gear number 6 is running shoes. I hope you already have running shoes, but if you don't, you can technically wear any kind of sneaker that you already have, although I do recommend that you invest in a good pair of running shoes that will last you beyond your first triathlon, because it's good to take care of your feet while you're out there running. So essential piece of gear number 7 is athletic clothing. You can use an athletic shirt just like this, some athletic shorts for when you go biking, when you go running. Pretty much you can use anything that you already have, any kind of workout clothes to start training for your first triathlon. So that's it. The bare minimum pieces of gear that you need to start training for your first triathlon are goggles, swim attire, a bike, bike helmet, bike pump, running shoes, and athletic clothing. Try not to overanalyze all the gear and do a lot of thinking about all the things you think you might need to start training, and just get out there and start. The most important thing is to just start and do that first swim, do that first bike ride, go for that first run, and just be on your way to training for the race. Links for all the items that I mentioned in this video will be in the description below. If you liked the video, throw a thumbs up down there, subscribe to my channel for more triathlon tips, videos, vlogs. Check out my podcast, The Triathlete Beat. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.